knew I was supposed to get a claim. I knew I was supposed to get my claim approved. I knew it.
In 2008, the Department of Veterans Affairs denied Hosea Roundtree's disability claim for post-traumatic stress disorder.
What do you got to do? Go get shot before you get PTSD? You know, there's more than just one way of getting wounded. I was mentally wounded.
The VA didn't deny Roundtree had PTSD, but the agency said it couldn't find any evidence he was in combat.
I just did a quick Google search on military history sites, and I was able to verify that his ship that he was on was actually in combat.
Jamie Fox was a claims processor at the VA's Oakland office. She discovered Roundtree was on a Navy destroyer in 1983 that engaged in battle off the coast of Beirut.
I brought it to the attention of the supervisor because I was new and I didn't know what to do.
Fox never saw Roundtree's file again. 5 months later, she was forced out.
It was devastating. I was in shock. I was confused.
Fox filed a wrongful termination suit against the VA. The agency declined several requests to discuss her case. But in Fox's termination letter, the VA said she failed to follow instructions by not sending Roundtree a letter denying his claim. And in a deposition, the former director of the VA's Oakland office, Lynn Flint, said it didn't matter if the agency's decision in Roundtree's case was right or wrong.
They're not interested in quality, they're interested in production and getting the decisions done, regardless of whether they're right or wrong.
Attorney Gordon Erspamer has successfully sued the VA on behalf of veterans. He doesn't represent Roundtree or Fox, but he's not surprised by what happened to them.
The system is simply broke, and we can do a lot better for our veterans.
The VA says its error rate on disability claims is 14%. This year, the VA's Inspector General published reports on how the agency handled more than 1,300 high-profile claims, including those for traumatic brain injury. The Inspector General found inaccuracies in 515 claims, an error rate of 38%, according to a Center for Investigative Reporting analysis. In a statement, the VA says those findings do not present a true picture of the overall quality of the work. Erspamer says errors are often the result of a well-known practice at the VA.
There's a practice called top sheeting, a very famous term in the VA. And that is basically, we take a look at the file, you take a look at the few top pages on the file, and you write a decision.
In a statement, the VA says it is, quote, retooling procedures and deploying paperless data systems to limit mistakes. The VA promises to reduce its error rate to 2% by 2015.
I want to see dramatic changes taking place now.
Congresswoman Jackie Spear says errors are contributing to the VA's huge backlog of disability claims.
There's no benefit in pushing a determination out that's wrong, because in the end it will be appealed and it's going to make the record look even worse.
Appeals represent 31% of the agency's 819,000 pending disability claims. By the time Hosea Roundtree filed his first claim, he had spent 17 years in the Navy and more than a decade on the streets addicted to drugs.
I lost it. I had a major breakdown. I'm being honest with you, I had a major breakdown.
The same day he received his denial letter, Roundtree got a job offer from the VA's healthcare division. He now works as a cook at the agency's medical center in Sacramento. Jamie Fox now works for the same division of the VA that hired Roundtree, assisting veterans at a clinic in Santa Rosa. Her lawsuit is still pending. This spring, she found Roundtree on Facebook.
I was so nervous calling. I didn't know how he was going to respond.
She heard what happened to his claim, and he heard what happened to her job.
I felt her pain. I felt her anger. I felt everything about her because she and I connected.
A few weeks later, they met, and Fox persuaded him to file a new disability claim.
It's not just for me, but it's for every other vet that's out there that's suffering. It's for every other vet that's coming back home that they're going to see a difference, okay? I want these vets coming back from overseas to get fair, better treatment.